Hello, hello. It's Empress Shay. Hey, I'm here with Healing Energies with Empress Shay, and we are here to do our Jupiter in retrograde, our weekly Jupiter in retrograde in Cancer reading. It's going to be exciting. Hey, that Jupiter is journeying backwards through Cancer. That fourth house energy is what we're getting. The cosmos invites us to reflect rather than expand. Retrogrades are not setbacks, they are a time for pause. Just a pause for a moment. This retrograde actually started on the 11th of November and it goes clear to March 10th, late March 10th, early March 11th, depending on your part of the world. So let's turn towards some wisdom and inward reflection, see what Spirit is saying for this Jupiter in retrograde in Cancer. Yeah. All right, let's get started. And keep in mind, if you know someone that needs to hear this, go ahead and share. Sharing is caring. And like and subscribe if you want to hear me again, because then you'll know when I'm on. Okay? And we need to get that algorithm going so they can know that this is something that you want to hear about. I'm all for just really enlightening others concerning how the stars and the cards line up. So amazing, it really is. Yes, let's get started.
Is it really worth fighting for? I will give you everything and more.
All right, welcome in. Welcome in. If you found this reading, the universe has sent you. There must be something here for you. Okay, I have my Moonology cards, my Moonology Oracle cards, and we're going to pull one. First thing, let's get it. Let's get it. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit Guides. Yes, let's get it. What do we have here? Yeah, we have the Gibbous Moon. You're very close to achieving your goal. The Gibbous Moon. Whoa, okay, let's see what that's talking about here. The Gibbous Moon here. Gibbous Moon is page 30. We got it. We got it. Here it is. The Gibbous Moon. Yes. Okay. You're very close to achieving your goal. Gibbous Moon. The word gibbous means bulging. What a descriptive word, right? And pulling this card at any time of the month suggests that the situation you're asking about is bulging with possibility and coming to a peak. But this isn't an ending card with a neat yes or no answer. Rather, you're being reminded that some adjustments may yet be required before you get what you want. Though you're certainly on the right track, which is hopefully reassuring for you, however, there is also a sense that the situation is a bit tense. Don't push too hard. One false move and the whole thing could blow. That's not meant to scare you. It's just to let you know there is a fuse attached to this situation. So be careful if you choose to light it. Attuned to the moon, I know that I'm on the right track. That's what you tell yourself. I know that I am on the right track. And the additional meaning for this card is now is a good time to review your plans. Keep the momentum going as you move towards your dreams. Stay focused. It's a good time to start a new project. You need to get back into good health habits. Those were all the additional meanings. And the teaching of this card is the Gibbous Moon comes at the very end of the lunar cycle, just before the full moon. She looks like she's bulging because she's almost a full moon. That's what we're experiencing tonight. Wow. She's nearly fully rounded. It's the culmination of the waxing cycle, and as such, tends to be a rather intense period of the month. No matter when you pull this card, it suggests a very ripe time and a very ripe situation. Okay, I love the synchronicity here. That's the Gibbous Moon, guys. That was our oracle card for tonight. Yeah, that's our oracle card. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. We're looking for the energy for the collective today for Jupiter Retrograde. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. First card is the tide turning. The tide turning is the Three of Swords. Tide turning. And roots and lineage, Page of Swords, inner waters, the Five of Wands. The hidden treasures is the Five of Pentacles. Beliefs reconsidered, the Devil. The anchor, the Ace of Cups. And the path forward is the Knight of Swords. Okay, woo, energy. Okay, guys, this spread is deeply emotional. Hold on to your seats. Like I said, if you have come into this reading, you are in the right place. I'm sure Spirit has a word for you. So here we go. This is our spread. This is the Jupiter Retrograde in Cancer collective reading. I pulled that Gibbous Moon, and that Gibbous Moon is given the tide turning energy. It's the final adjustment before completion. This isn't the full moon yet. It's the moment Spirit says, one more honest look, one more correction, then release. That's the moment that we are at. This is about emotional truth, choice, and liberation. So, card by card, we're going to take a look at this collective message. The tide turns, it's that Three of Swords. This is the heartbreak you're no longer willing to normalize. Old emotional wounds, betrayals, or disappointments are losing their power. Pain isn't being erased, it's being understood. Jupiter Retrograde says, you learned what this taught you. Now stop reopening it. You learned. You've already learned what it taught you. Don't don't open it anymore. And the key message for this card is healing happens when you stop rebleeding the old stories. Healing happens when you stop rebleeding those old stories. That's when the healing happens. And that's that tide turning. Roots and lineage is the Page of Swords. That Page of Swords. And the energy with roots and lineage, with the Page of Swords being in the roots of lineage state, this is ancestral childhood curiosity energy. Questioning family narratives, inherited beliefs, or this is just how it is. That this is just how it is energy. You're learning to think differently than your lineage. Breaking cycles through awareness, not rebellion. You are allowed to rewrite the story without rejecting your roots. You're allowed to rewrite the story without rejecting your roots. And then inner waters, that's that Five of Wands. This is big under Jupiter retrograde. Inner waters, it's all about emotional conflicts. Emotional conflict that lives inside, not outside. Inside emotional conflict. Competing feelings. And those competing feelings are love versus anger, loyalty versus self respect. When you'd rather be, when you hopefully used to be loyal, you thought being loyal was better than your self respect. That internal tug of war between you, between who you were and who you are becoming. That internal tug of war, when you realize that you've been doing that and you're making the changes. So it's no longer just loyalty, it's about your self respect. How do you feel about you? How does that make you feel about you? That internal tug of war between who you were and who you are becoming. Cancer energy amplifies emotional noise, but clarity is forming. Inner conflict means growth is happening. Don't rush the answer. When you have that inner conflict, that means you're growing. You're growing. Growth is happening. Because otherwise, you'd just be going with the flow, going with the flow, disrespecting yourself because you want everybody else to be okay. But because you're having that inner conflict, you are growing. Look at it. And then the hidden treasure. The hidden treasure is the Five of Pentacles. So, with this Five of Pentacles, this is big under Jupiter retrograde. It's all about feeling unsupported. Let's see if I can get it. Eek. Okay. Feeling unsupported, abandoned, or overlooked. But help is closer than you think. Help is closer than you think. Emotional scarcity is being healed. The treasure is realizing you were never alone as you believed. You were never alone. And the key message with this card being in that hidden treasure space is that what felt like rejection was redirection towards self worth. Because even though it felt like rejection, it was redirection towards self worth. It was a time that had to happen so that you can see how valuable you are. So then when we look at that beliefs reconsidered is the devil. Beliefs reconsidered. This is the core lesson. It's all about emotional attachments, guilt, fear, trauma bonds, or survival conditioning. Those beliefs we need to reconsider. Beliefs like, I have to endure this. This is my role. I can't leave. Ever told yourself that? Oh, I have to see this through. Jupiter retrograde exposes what you stayed attached to for safety. It exposes it. The chains were never locked. Awareness is the key. Awareness is the key. The chains weren't even locked. And the anchor, the Ace of Cups, that's emotional rebirth. Emotional rebirth. The new emotional cycle begins within you. It's about self love, forgiveness, emotional softness, emotional softness returning, and you become your own safe place. You become your own safe place. And that path forward, the Knight of Swords, clear, decisive, emotionally informed action. That's what that is. Clear, decisive, emotionally informed action. Speak your truth, set boundaries without over explaining. Move forward with mental clarity, not emotional chaos. Say what needs to be said kindly, firmly, and honestly. That's that is the energy of the Knight of Swords being in the path forward. Overall, the collective theme is I release emotional chains and choose clarity, compassion, and self trust. This is the turning point week. It's a turning point week. Old wounds lose their emotional charge. Family patterns are seen clearly. Emotional independence is restored. A new inner safety is anchored. During this Jupiter retrograde in Cancer, the tide is turning. What once hurt no longer controls you. What once bound you is now revealed. Is now revealed. And from this awareness, a new emotional beginning emerges. Trust what you're ready to release and honor the love you're choosing. Honor the love you're choosing instead. So we have a few planetary alignments that are showing up for us today. And that Gibbous Moon Oracle pull, we're going to pull it all together here. Of course, our main theme is Jupiter retrograde in Cancer. So Jupiter is currently retrograding in Cancer, pulling us into a deep inner view, belief reassessment, and emotional roots work. Exactly the core of this reading with the Devil and the Five of Pentacles and the Three of Swords. That's exactly that core energy. This retrograde lasts from November 2005 to mid March 2026, deepening inner wisdom and karmic review rather than outward expansion. And the astral meaning for this energy is internal growth over external action, re examining beliefs, attachments, and emotional safety, healing ancestral or early emotional patterns. This mirrors the beliefs reconsidered, and roots and lineage. Roots and lineage, and that belief reconsidered. It mirrors it. And Jupiter is exalted. It is exalted in Cancer, Cancer strength. Astrologically, Jupiter is exalted in Cancer, meaning it's expressive, expansive. Qualities are heightened, particularly in emotional, home, soul level themes, even retrograde. This influences pushes deep reframing rather than passive retreat. How it shows in this spread is that the 3 of swords and the 5 of pentacles is all about deep emotional restructuring. And that Ace of Cups right down the middle. The Ace of Cups is about renewal, emotional nourishment. Once the old attachments drop away, it's about that emotional nourishment. And then we have a full supermoon influence. Early in January 2026, there was a full supermoon in Cancer, which strongly activated the Cancer themes of emotional truth, vulnerability, and deep cleansing. This sets the emotional tone for that gibbous moon oracle pool, which in lunar phases is precisely that space of refinement before fruition. Precisely. And the astral meaning for that is the moon energy heightens emotional clarity and subconscious surfacing, bringing unresolved feelings to light. This alignment with the inner waters and the hidden treasures, not random emotional chaos. With those inner waters and the hidden treasure is not random emotional chaos, but revealing what has deeply been buried. And then we have Neptune ingress into Aries and Mercury, and that Mars transit, which Jupiter anchors. The emotional theme, other current transits are stirring truth versus illusion and action through clarity. Neptune enters Aries, dissolving illusion around identity and impulse, furthering inner truth work. And Mercury and Mars movement through Capricorn and Aquarius, shifting logical clarity and assertive communication. This supports that Page of Swords. It supports it because that's mental clarity. And the Knight of Swords, that's decisive action. And the Devil, facing internal illusions. That's all that same energy from the Neptune ingress into Aries and Mercury and that Mars transit. So, putting it all together, the tide turning of that Three of Swords, that's Jupiter internal revision. That's the super moon emotional surfacing. And that roots and lineage, the Page of Swords, that's Jupiter's scrutiny of core beliefs. And Uranus instability, revealing truths. And then the inner waters, the Five of Wands, that's the moon's energy. And Neptune in Aries, stirring emotional tension. Then the hidden treasures, the Five of Pentacles. That's Jupiter in Cancer, healing deep emotional scarcity. And beliefs reconsidered, that devil is Jupiter retrograde and Uranus challenging attachments and limiting beliefs. Challenging those attachments and limiting beliefs. And our anchor, the Ace of Cups, that's the exalted Jupiter, lunar emotional nuance. And the path forward, the Knight of Swords, is Mercury and Mars, urging clear communication and mental resolution. That's what we got. So as Jupiter continues its retrograde, it's journeying through Cancer, remember? This is not a step backwards. This is a return to emotional truth. The tide turning because you are choosing awareness over attachment, compassion over conditioning, and clarity over fear. Allow what has surfaced to be acknowledged, not judged. Trust what is ready to release and gently anchor into the new emotional beginning forming within you. If this message resonates, take what serves you and leave the rest. Thank you for sharing this healing space with me. Until next time, stay rooted, stay open, and honor your inner waters. And remember, be gentle with yourself because life is about the journey, not the destination. You are here now. Enjoy it. Enjoy. This has been In Prichet, and have yourself a wonderful rest of your day.
Is it really worth fighting for? I will give you everything and more. You ain't gotta hide, I see you behind your pride. You ain't gotta tell me, cause baby, you know that Cause I know that you're missing. I know that you